It's Week 6 of the 2024 season, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Chargers and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
And off we go from Denver. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chargers coming out to take over, and it is Justin Herbert at quarterback CD, now in his 5th NFL campaign.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. When you look at this Bronco defense, they find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve. So
a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Herbert off of play action. That is taken in by Hurst. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Patrick Surtain, the all-pro corner, up to make the tackle. 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll fake the handoff, now Herbert. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. So now here are the Broncos to take over on offense, led out by their rookie quarterback, drafted 12th overall, Bo Nix out of Oregon.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. doesn't put them in bad situations.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Nix to the air. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Nix from the shotgun. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Herbert now. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Pat Surtain getting down from his corner spot to make that play. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw here, Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. He's across midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Play action. It's Herbert. Able to get away. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Herbert. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Herbert. Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And that one too wide and incomplete. The Broncos at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball.
Williams loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
To throw, here's Nix.
Throw left side complete. That's McLaughlin. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Here's Nix.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
And he's got it. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. The kick by Lutz is good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. short throw underneath to Hurst. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Off the play fake, Nix. Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Throwing, Nix. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think that he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Now it's Herbert.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Herbert.
Finds Johnston.
Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan. On the short end of the scoreboard here, Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They run it again with Williams.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, Herbert.
And this one finds McConkey.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
That's completed right side to Palmer.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down. Back to throw. Herbert to the right side and complete to Hurst. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. Herbert throwing again.
That one complete to McConkey.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
If there's ever anyone born to be an efficient slot receiver, it's Lad McConkey. Gets in and out of breaks so well and creates excellent separation, and then after the catch, knows how to turn upfield and gain additional yardage.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Open man right side, that's McConkey.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Herbert now. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Dobbins. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Nix to the air.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Now it's Nix. Throw left side complete to Troutman.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
To throw is Nix.
And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
On play action, here's Nix.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, And it's going to lead him to 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nix.
That's caught. It's marked.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
On the move. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Bo Nix. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Defensively, it didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about coming out of college. You're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Again, Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding offense.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So the Broncos now down 21-18, 1:39 to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
Open man downfield is Reynolds.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Adam Troutman
finding the end zone on the game's final play.
And the Broncos have taken a 4th quarter lead. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Broncos, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints.